All right, welcome back to Chris Tortures Himself with very hard arcade games. Actually, this one's not so hard. This one's more of a break compared to my last one, Ghosts and Goblins. We're gonna play Ms. Pac-Man. As soon as I figure out where the credit button is. There it is. See, back in the day I would use quarters, but we are here at Free Play Arcade, where you pay your entry fee. It's $11, tax included right now. We're currently in Richardson, Free Play Richardson. There's also Free Play Arlington, Free Play Denton. $11, get in, play all day long, all night, get a little wristband, hit the bar, play more games, talk to friends, make a community group, make the community group so popular that they hire you at the arcade. Then they subsequently find a superior, and I mean superior, video producer to record you playing said games, and you get all that for like $11. It's the best deal ever. I highly recommend it to all my friends. I have. And one more thing I recommend is Ms. Pac-Man. So if you like the cut of my jib, subscribe to our podcast, our YouTube channel, our everything channel. There's links up there or down there or somewhere. Just click them, subscribe. You can hear possibly more coherence talking by me, or possibly more babbling. Or, and look for this in the podcast, just like the panic look in my eyes as my co-hosts are talking. That's a Free Play Arcade podcast classic. But we're playing Ms. Pac-Man, and I've played this game before. I bet you have too. This game is a 100% staple of every pizza joint in America for roughly 25 years. In fact, I still am physically angry whenever I go out to eat pizza and they don't have this game for me. I went to a laundromat about a year ago, and they had indeed a copy of Ms. Pac-Man, just like this, except there was no knob on the joystick because they don't have the free play tax. There was no color red, which made things very interesting on the third level that we're going to see, where all the dots are red. So the whole maze was invisible. And guess what? This game is so awesome, I still had fun. Let's see, history about this game. This is obviously the sequel to Pac-Man, the, in my opinion, vastly superior sequel to Pac-Man. I'm not here to hate on Pac-Man. They just managed to really kill it with the sequel. And, in all honesty, this wasn't programmed as a sequel. Back in the day, we haven't had a game of the week on this, but I'm giving you a preview. Back in the day, Pac-Man was so popular they couldn't get enough of it. They really couldn't. People were playing it in lines. They needed more versions. People were hacking the ROMs to make variants. And an American team, or maybe it was one guy, I can't recall, he made it, and he called it Crazy Auto. Released it. It was popular. And Namco got wind of this somehow and decided not to hit him with the cease and desist, like you would be hit very, very quickly for making a knockoff in 2019, but instead to buy it outright. So they bought Crazy Auto, reskinned it as Ms. Pac-Man, who looks very much like Pac-Man with a bow and a little dot on her cheek, a beauty mark, I believe it is, and some lipstick. But all the variant mazes, well, they reskinned it as Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, and put it out there, and it was glorious. Huge hit, superior, again in every way, to Pac-Man. If you've played Pac-Man, at the end, Pac-Man's a pattern-based game. He moves much slower. I'll talk about the speed here in a sec. He has that one iconic maze that he goes through over and over again. And again, I'm not here to hate on Pac-Man, not at all. Pac-Man Pac-Man's a brilliant game. I love it, I love it, I love it. But it's just only has so much variety in its blissfulness. This one has... Well, I'm gonna let you enjoy the chase. I don't know the implications of this scene. You guys tell me, what the heck is going on? Like, Pac-Man is chasing Ms. Pac, Ms. Pac's chasing Pac. Something's going on. I would say, I would worry about the level of consent happening, but like, they're chasing each other. It's so weird. Bizarre implications. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I just want to eat ghosts. But this is the red dot levels, which, if you're playing in a laundromat that doesn't have the text of free play and there is no color red, makes this difficult. Although, bizarrely, maybe even more fun. So the speed of Ms. Pac natively, when it came out, at least the Namco version, again, Crazy Auto, I guess would be the first version, was similar to normal Pac-Man, and that it was kind of slow and plodding, and not what you see right here. This is the fast version. It said Super Pac-Man. It's a series of speed chips, I believe, and I'm sure Corey, the CEO of Free Play, would be much more knowledgeable about exactly how the speed up happens. But this is the version that I grew up playing, and I mean grew up playing from, like, I don't know, my first memories on 83, 84, 85 on. I've seen the slow version. I don't like it. Not because it's harder, but because it's plodding and not as fun as freehanding it like you see me doing now. I'm clearly okay at this game because I can narrate while I'm playing. But I want to give a special shout out to my friend in Kentucky, David Parks. David Parks has the unofficial world record for this version of the game. He's pushing like 1 million almost. I think he's a little over 900,000, which is unbelievable. Like, as someone who's played this game routinely every time he ate pizza for the last 30 years, maybe longer than that, I am impressed by David Parks. It's phenomenal. He drove himself out from Kentucky just to win our monthly high score contest with a prize of $20 in pizza. So he drove from Kentucky just for $20 in pizza. And God bless that man. I would do the same thing. Said he loved the place, so shout out to you. I'm all out of whack here. We missed the banana, or I ate the banana because I wasn't paying any attention. I was just doing stuff. The banana is the final stage. I believe you can see bananas down here. We won't see any more animations where it adds fruits or anything for the rest of the game. We are officially done with that. If you are a better Ms. Pac player than I, you would spend a long time grouping the enemies, making sure that you eat every single ghost in every single level. And I kind of like freehanding this game, so I've never committed that level of bandwidth to grouping. I just like to freehand it, talk to my friends. It's another thing because, you're doing this in a pizza parlor, generally. And by the way, we have pizza here at Free Play. I recommend the green chili chicken. I've had it about 6,000 times, and I've definitely had it while playing this Pac-Man. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a close call later and just bump the camera. So my apologies for that event in the future. See how bad I am at this game? I need all the ghosts. That was just as hairy as it seemed. That's not good strategy. Now remember, don't run directly into the ghosts. That's pretty much the only rule of this game. As a player, I tend to find these levels... I'm gonna let you enjoy the show. That's kid number 1. Check the counter on the screen. So, I find these opening levels kind of tedious. mean, it's relaxing as well, but there's actually some elements, including eating the ghosts, that you just don't have late in the game. And if I play through the entire game, which why not, eating the ghosts will go away. In fact, they're going away really quickly. The fruits spawn randomly after you get to the first banana. The points after you can no longer eat ghosts are based largely on what fruit comes out. So 1,000 points, that's high. The 100-point cherry, which will come back out, cruelly low. And really not worth your time. Kill screens. There is a kill screen to this game. I don't have the patience to get there. It's somewhere in the mid-hundreds, and I believe there's a random interval where the kill screen occurs. I want to say it's like 130 or something. The information is certainly out there. Some memory problems happen, which is frequent. There's my 5,000 point banana, aka the only fruit I'm looking for. Kill screen occurs. Sometimes the maze flips upside down, which is hairy. You have to run the whole maze by memory anyway, so I mean, it's more interesting, but ultimately quite doable if you've played this game continuously for like 30 years. And yeah, then the game just dies, and hopefully you got your picture of the score before it died, or you recorded it. Otherwise, no one would ever believe that it happened, and they would say that you're lying about the score. Only 70,000 is ever possible, or 100,000, or whatever someone's random highest score they've ever seen is. This is the last new level. I can only tell by the color of the stage. This is one of the 2 repeating levels of the game. And we're shortly running out of ghost eating fuel. Again, if you want to be perfect at this game, you just group the ghosts together, eat them all at the same time when you eat the power pill, but not me. I find this game so relaxing. I love it so much. I mean, it's high-paced. The speed up chip. Okay, so I got into this earlier, but some mild controversy about the authentic original version or the sped up version. Vastly superior sped up version. It's just more fun, and I've got all the proof that you need that this is the better version. The creator of Pac-Man has subsequently programmed other Pac-Man games, and every single one of them was running at this speed. If you look at the wonderful Pac-Man Battle Royale, Pac-Man Championship Edition, Championship Edition DX, every Pac-Man title released since then, fast. But it's just more fun that way. It's not, I guess it's harder, but, oh, kid number 2. This is apparently how Pac people procreate, via stork. This little pattern to open this level gets you the fruit right away, right here. Yeah! This is not a pattern-based game, at least in my experience. But that pattern in particular, to open the level, will indeed get you the fruit, which is nice and can get that out of the way. I have the ability to eat ghosts in this level, but that's going away soon. Feel free to type in the chat and I'll respond to it as we go. Filming live? No, wait, no, this is not a live stream. I'll respond to your comments later if they're toxic enough to get tossed my way. There we go. You don't have to tell me I'm bad at this game, I already know. Alright, pattern again. You start with this pattern, you're gonna get the fruit every time. There it is. Think. I don't care which side you go on. I'm coming through anyway. Do I have it? Whew, that was a gamble. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna guess that the next level has no ability on the power pill at all. I feel like I don't have to tell you the rule set to Pac-Man either. You eat the power pill, it turns the ghost blue. You eat the ghosts. This is as ubiquitous as arcade games get. As intuitive, there's no buttons except for the start button, which I never have to use, and the joystick, which I wear out every day. Here's the pattern again, and there is the fruit. 100! I want my money back. Mike, refund on the entry fee. Okay, that was dangerous. This is why it's tedious. I get distracted, I lose focus, and I forget what level I'm on, and I start doing all sorts of nonsense. Okay, I have a power pill. I have a power pill. Go! Run! Eat them all! I want that apple. I want that apple. Give me the apple! Yes! Sweet, sweet vegetarian Ms. Pac. So this level comes down to this little dance all the time. You're going to see it a few more times, and I will walk you through the safe spot, but for now I'm just going to beat it. Plenty of more Ms. Pac nonsense for me to tell you about, though. Okay, I believe we have ineffective power pills. Let's see. Yep, they don't care. The power pills no longer affect the ghosts, except they turn around. So watch the next time. That is a delicious banana. The next time I eat a power pill, watch the ghost. They will turn around very quickly. And that's the only impact. Yoink. It's subtle. And once again, we're doing this song and dance. I've actually kind of got it all messed up, as usually I end up facing the dots on this upper part of the level at the end. In this case, I had the lower level. Oh, more kids! 3 mouths to feed? Man, I hope Ms. Pac has a good job. It appears to just be eating dots. I'm not sure how well that pays. Fruit! That's not bad. Alright, so remember what I said about the power pills? No, there's the camera hit a promise. Promise and deliver. Chris follows through, unless it involves beating ghosts and goblins, in which case he does not follow through. I've done it once in the arcade. I have video proof. I'll probably never do it again. Pretzel? Pretzel? No! The pretzel's worth almost no points. I want it. Yes! High on salt, that pretzel. Perhaps causing heart issues later, but it's unclear about the internal mechanics of Pac-Man women, and if they indeed have internal organs like we do. So, eat all the pretzels you like. They're worth 700 points each. Alright, so that was the official end of the power pills working at all. Now they mean nothing at all. So I can relax and concentrate on the fact that the ghosts are just trying to kill me 100% of the time, and I'm not trying to kill them. Which is good. Less headspace for me. More time to talk. Ms. Pac is my favorite game, so that's a preview of the Chris Tells You His Favorite Game show. People accuse me of favoritism for games like Super Turbo, Pinball. What else is my supposed favorite game? Man, there's a lot of them. Tekken. I hear that that's my favorite game. Columns. I mean, all these games are great. Don't get me wrong. Great. But this game right here is my absolute favorite, which is why I can have a conversation with you and play into infinity and tell you things like subscribe to our YouTube channel, our podcast, all the other content. Check out the Game of the Weeks, which are done by somebody way more talented than me. What is going on here? Oh, that's a bad situation. You don't want to be going through the maze in the same direction as I call it the maze. You don't want to go through the side exit in the same direction as the ghost on the other side, because he's coming for you. I love the free hand. I love when they cut me off. Does it eventually mean my demise? Yes, it does, but that's where the game lives. So Ms. Pac, I believe Ms. Pac-Man was the first popular culture figure to carry the Ms. title. That was in the 80s. I don't know if it was before or after the Ms. magazine, but the fact that it was a female character, the first one really featured in a game, the fact that she had that title, which I truly believe was just because they weren't prepared to deal with the fact that she starts the game not married, and then later in the story she is married with children. I'm assuming. Yeah, they just felt it a headache, gave her the name Ms. It was lazy, yes, but at the time it was revolutionary. So Ms. Pac-Man became a feminist icon in the 80s. She was the first spokesperson for breast cancer awareness. Before, the only spokesperson were NFL players in 1 month wearing pink socks. But before then, it was Ms. Pac-Man, this very Ms. Pac-Man right here. Later, there's a pinball game called Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man where she loses the Ms. name. And I don't care about that game. I care about this game. Her name is Ms. Does she have a first name? I don't know. Yes, pears are so delicious. Bananas, slightly better. Actually, more than 2 times better, but I'm not here to complain. Red dot levels, yay. Bye, red dot levels. What else we got here? Breast cancer awareness, that was her. Got my free fruit again. She's the only piece of art I actually have hanging up in my room. I have a fan art. If you want to find it, you can search on DeviantArt, Power to Ms. Pac-Man. That is my favorite piece of fan art ever made for anything. Judging by the woman, the artist from Germany's previous content, she reskinned a version of Harlequin, or at least it's very similar to her renditions of Harlequin, and she made it into a fully human version of Ms. Pac-Man, doing the classic Rosie the Riveter pose. And it says, "Play Pac-Man." And that is something I can definitely get behind. And it's just great. It has all the staples of what make Ms. Pac-Man, which is the bow, the beauty mark, the pie-shaped face or entire body. The lipstick is actually wrong. The lipstick is black in her version of it, but I'll give her that nod to Harlequin. And it's just amazing. Okay, I'm about to die, so I should probably wrap this up. I haven't been told if I'm going long or not long or what. Let's see. I may not be about to die, actually. I'm in the realm of where, the next time I talk myself into a death, that'll be the end of me. I want the banana. I don't care if it's the last life. You don't want to leave a bunch on the bottom like I've done here, but I'm distracted. Whoa, there we go. Whew. Alright, do I have another one of these levels? I hope so. I want to show you the safe spot. No! Okay, I gotta get through all these. Alright. We continue onward. Banana! I like bananas. This is me trying to get through the level efficiently, but, I'm only so good at this game, so... Oh no. Oh no! Run! Yes! Bye. Cherry. I'm looking at you, Cherry. You think you're getting away. You're not. Okay, you are. You noticed my, fertility period has ended. 3 kids. That's apparently all they have. I know that's Baby Pac, which we have here at Free Play Richardson currently. Pac-Man Jr., which hasn't made it up to the floor. And I don't know what their third child's name is. If indeed they have one in the lore. I mean, we saw the stork. We'll just call him Pac Snow. There we go. I think we have one more of these. Maybe one more, and then I can go back and show you the safe spot. The bottom part of this level is much safer, in my opinion, than the top part because there's a lot of different escape routes and whatnot to get away. As Ms. Pac, you want to have more branching paths. This is hairy. You want all the branching paths because each time the ghosts commit to a path, they have to follow that path out and they can't change directions. Oh, another pro tip here. I'm going to tell you how you can tell if you're playing a hacked version of Ms. Pac-Man. When these guys exit, they're all going to go to the left. Every one of them, every time. You eat them, they go to the left. No matter what, they go to the left. You can actually park there on the right and be just fine for a second while they exit to the left, and you're like, hey, I'm here, eat me, and they just go right around. If they decide they want to go to the right, guess what? You're playing a hacked version of the game. So, there's a fun fact. Took a little bit longer than 2 seconds, though. Here we go. Alright, I lost count. Am I done with these levels? I want to get to the save spot. Safe spot? Safe spot? Yay! Okay, let's get the free fruits. Hopefully not die in the meantime. Yoink! This is bad. Go! See, I left all this stuff on the bottom. That's not what I was looking to do. Strawberry, strawberry. Yes! Wait, 200 points? Mike? Alright, I think... Let's clean up here. I can show you the safe spot. Run, run! No, I died! So I can't show you the safe spot. It's right here. You're gonna exit this way, and then come right up here. You're at a safe spot.